I fill this seat with gratitude, and I'd like to start by just expressing my gratitude first to our players. In June, when I was awarded this job, these guys, their level of commitment, the sacrifices they made, the investment that these guys put into this year, I'm grateful. Secondly is our staff. We talk a lot about is you're only as good as the people that you're around day after day, and I'm fortunate to have a staff that challenges me, that motivates me, that makes me better. Our associate head coach, Chad Oxendine, our pitching coach, Matt Williams, our infield hitting coach, Matt Schilling, our director of baseball operations, Mickey Beach, our director of player development, Tyler Shoemaker, our assistant director of player development, Connor Owings, our director of analytics, Matt Pepin, our strength and conditioning coach, Michael Thompson, our athletic trainer, Amanda Rothmeyer, our equipment manager, Jordan Bowman, our sport oversight, associate athletic director, Brian Stiles. I'm fortunate to be on their team. They make me better every day. Thirdly, our student managers. These guys invest more time into our program, or as much time in our program as anybody else. Our student managers play just as big a role in our success as Jacob Morrison, as Caden Bodine. And we're in this position today because of the sacrifices and work ethic of them. And then lastly, my family, our kids, Sydney, Jaden, Fallon, my wife, Megan. They're the ones that have made the ultimate sacrifice to allow me to do what I do. And there's nobody that I want to make more proud of me than them. It's because I'm so proud of them.
We'll open it up to questions for the student athletes.
Noah Bieniek, 11.7. Question for Jacob. Coach ran through the entire staff, specifically Matt Williams, first year on the coaching staff. What has he helped you most throughout the year, and kind of overall pitching philosophy with the team?
So his pitching philosophy is that we have really good stuff and that we are going to attack the plate, in his words, and trust ourselves dominating teams that way. But helping me mostly was figuring out what works for me and what works for my body. You know, I'm a pretty big kid. A lot of times I don't really need those, coil things like that shorter kids use to get velocity. And he just really worked to design certain things that work for me and work for my body and getting most out of me.
Wilson Moore from the Omaha World Herald. For any of you three, just being on a 26-game winning streak, what does it take mentally? What's the preparation that goes into being ready to go, and what you've done to get there to this point?
Yeah, so I mean, we've been grinding now for 10 months, so that's been our preparation, and we have a game plan as Coach Schnall has put together, and we just, as long as we execute, everything will work out.
Noah Bieniek, 11.7. Question for Blake and Caden. Coach Schnall emphasizes scoring first often. Not always is at the top of the order, but in the first inning, in the 3 games you've played here, you guys have scored 8 runs. Can you just talk about that mentality going into the first inning and how well the staff scouts for you guys?
I think it just starts with quality at bats, and I mean the numbers don't lie. When you score first, get the 7, and win the big inning war, so we really take pride in that, and we try to execute that every single game.
Yeah, just exactly what Bodine said.
Jacob, I'm sure the moment you show up at Coastal, everyone talks about that 2016 season. So how do you go through an entire year, get to this point, while also knowing there's that history, maybe not looming above you guys, but it's definitely sort of there in the background?
I wouldn't say it's looming at all. I would say it's more inviting than anything. You know, the 2016 team, there's a good amount of them that came back, and the amount of support and the amount of times that they've reached out to us has been unbelievable. Like Anthony Marks, I know he was a big part of that program. He has been by our side, and he texts a lot of us before every game. But then you go even further, you have Connor Owings on our staff. I mean, he was on that team, and he was one of the best players, and it's just really inviting to have that type of culture around, such a great winning culture.
Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. For any of the players that would like to answer, I'd like two of you to answer if you could. Obviously, you've won a ton of games, right? Could you speak to the aura or charisma that comes with that? A team on a heater like that is often hard to beat, right? Because the belief that you guys obviously have in yourselves. I guess, what does that do for you, knowing that you're playing as well as you are at the right time of the season?
We're really just focused on playing Coastal baseball, honestly. I think our preparation gives us that confidence to go out there and win, so I think that really stems from that.
Yeah, and the pitching staff has been unbelievable. It allows the position players to relax and just play our game and execute the game plan.
Hey, Jacob, just talk about the recovery after throwing over 100-plus pitches the other night, your mindset coming into this weekend, and how you're feeling after obviously going pretty strong the other evening.
Yeah, we're at the point in the year where the recovery is very easy. My routine is so stapled in, and we have all this amazing support staff around me that has geared me up to throw every single outing, and nothing really changes. I mean, I threw 109. I don't know if that was the most I've ever thrown, but one more outing in the year, right? I'll throw 150 if that's what it takes. I don't think anybody really cares. It's postseason now, and so recover, get ready.
A question here for Caden. Just talk about your adjustments moving to the leadoff spot after Dean kind of went down with the injury, and just what you've had to do. Obviously, you're a guy that gets on base, but just the adjustments you've had to make to go into the leadoff spot and to better your game.
Yeah, it was super unfortunate that Dean got hurt, but Coach asked me to bat leadoff, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to get on base for the guys behind me, Seabass, Blake, Walker. They do an incredible job of just having quality at bats. So I think I embraced my role and just go out there and do anything that it takes.
Howard Borden, KOBM Omaha. Coach, players, congratulations for an outstanding job all season getting ready for the championship. So for Blake and Caden and Jacob, always asked us every year, your thoughts on LSU. What do you admire just as student athletes and fans of baseball? What do you like about the Tigers?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're not really worried about the Tigers. We're more of just a self-oriented team. Like, we're just focused on our team and our team only.
I love that. I'm so glad I get to follow up that question and those answers. Corey Diaz with the USA Today Network. For any and all of you guys, it seems like the proverbial talk around the National Water Cooler is that they want you guys to win over LSU. It seems like you've kind of got the backing of everyone outside of Louisiana. So just talk about just having that support maybe from people that don't necessarily watch the Chanticleers, all year long, but they still want you guys to win this weekend.
I think it's awesome, to have others to follow our program, but I think we got to give a lot of credit to, Teal Nation. They travel extremely well, and they really take pride in rooting for us, and we need that energy out there, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, if people see the matchup on paper, LSU against Coastal Carolina, people would probably assume LSU is the favorite. They are the betting favorite. Do you guys consider yourselves underdog in the series?
We just like to play Coastal baseball. We have extreme confidence in everything that we do on both sides of the ball, and we're looking forward to competing against them. But I think at the end of the day, we take care of business on our side and just really respect the opponent. But honestly, playing Coastal baseball is the way to win.
Noah Bieniek, 11.7. If you look back in history of championship teams here in the College World Series in Omaha, they kind of learn through adversity and dry spells throughout the year. You guys started the year 10-2. You endured like an 8-6 stretch. You started 18-8 for the season. Your final 41 games, you're 38-3. Was there anything that you learned in February and March about this team that has helped you go on this crazy, incredible run, as Coach stated the other day?
I would say more than anything, we just got a lot closer, and like the culture just got better, and we decided that we'd rather win than lose, and so we went on that crazy run.
Yeah, and I think everyone kind of found their spot on the team, and everybody endured their position. And like Morrison said, we all got closer. We're brothers now, so it's been great.
Andon Brabham, Tiger TV. This one's for Caden. It's almost become mythic, your ability to receive the ball and make balls turn into strikes. Just talk about the process of catching this pitching staff and the work that you guys have done together as a battery to create something that's really special.
I think they make me look a lot better. They throw the ball where it's supposed to be about 99% of the time, so it all starts with that. And I think it also stems from understanding the pitching staff and the pitching style and realizing what each pitch does and how it'll move. So I think they've made my job extremely easy, and just it stems from preparation, and we're really proud to have Matt Williams. He's done a great job with the pitching staff as well.
Greg Eklund, this is for NPR for Caden. Caden, I've heard you use the expression a couple times, so how do you define coastal baseball?
I think just playing short game, playing quality at bats, throwing competitive strikes, and just having timely hitting. I think that's the biggest way, and going out there and owning every single thing on the baseball field, and that's coastal baseball for us.
Clayton Collier, First Alert 6. Guys, just wanted to ask you, in addition to obviously making CWS finals, just can you speak to how meaningful it is to have another weekend together, as you mentioned, the brotherhood here?
I think it's something cherished, especially being in a hotel for 9 or 10 days now. It's really fun to be around these boys every day. More baseball means more time around them, and we're very close at this point. It's really fun to be around these boys.
Some of the road trips are definitely some of the best experiences. Having a roommate and all hanging out in the same rooms together it's really cool experience, and something we really are enjoying, and we're looking forward to just a few more days.
Yeah, no matter what happens afterwards, the team might not be as close as it is this year. And you just cherish those moments.
We're going to take one more for the student athletes.
It's for all you guys. What's your message to the Teal Nation back home? They can't make it up here to Omaha. They're obviously supporting you. There's a lot of watch parties, a lot of people back at home talking about this team. Just for all three of y'all, what's your message for them?
We thank them. We love Teal Nation and everyone that supports us. We love the support, and Sean's up.
They're the best support staff in the entire country, and we really appreciate them. When we hosted the regional, they're phenomenal, and Coach Schnall has done a great job of expanding the amount of fans that come to the game. We've broken several records at home, which is truly remarkable, and I think we have a really good fan base that we appreciate, and just looking forward to them watching.
Yeah, sport's been unbelievable, especially at home when that regional it was something special. And we can feel the support, we can feel the energy and the buzz around it. It's really cool.